As Australia learns to live with the Delta COVID variant, there's another causing concern. It's early days and not much is known about it. Some scientists are concerned it could be more transmissible than Delta. The variant is called B11529. If the World Health Organization designates it of interest, it will be given the Greek letter title Nu. Around 50 cases have been detected, but it looks to be spreading fast in South Africa. It was first detected in Botswana earlier this month, and it's since been traced to Hong Kong in a traveller from South Africa.
Now, as the health physicist and responsible for the theater, I went to the medical commanders and said, you got to provide medical care for all of the DU-friendly fire casualties immediately. We need a radio bioassay, which consists of nasal and pharyngeal swab. You reach in the back of the throat with a Q-tip, and you find out they sucked in any uranium.
Just to be clear, what we're talking about with rapid antigen testing is a nose swab, which can give you a test result between 15 and 30 minutes. It costs about $10 to $15, depending on the bulk price.
You collect their urine to find out if it was collected in, they're passing it out. You collect their feces to find out if they're passing it out.
Every morning they provide me all of their sewage testing details, and they do a lot of it all through the state.
Had coronavirus in their stool, the toilet bowl, the sink, the storage area where the hospital staff were going to get their protective equipment was infected. Basically, a large area around this person was infected. So if you're pushing this virus out, it can infect almost anything, and it looks as if it's inside your bowel as well.
And does that transmit through whatever you touch, or is it through your breath as well?
Well, breath, if I were to cough and there were droplets in my breath, then yes.
Right.
Which is why this is the one situation where masks are worth having, is if you've got it, you wear it to stop passing, to reduce the droplet spread from your mouth and nose.
Uranium oxides are submicron in size. Now everybody says you got to wear respiratory and skin protection, or some type of respiratory and skin protection. Well, as everybody that's worked in the medical field knows, that a surgical mask is good for spit and not much else.
The disturbing thing about this virus is that it may be similar to SARS, when you think the whole problem's in the chest, but there's a little bit of evidence that it infects the brain as well, and infects the part of the brain that helps you to breathe. And one of the respiratory problems is that your brain is not driving your respiratory system to breathe. But you get over that with a few days in intensive care and ECMO. But some people will still die because they're very sick.
1 micron is 10 to the minus 10th meters. This is atomic scale. And we're sucking this in. And the troops are sucking this in, and they're getting sick. Uranium immediately starts out, your primary problem is heavy metal, not the radiological components.
So the Greek alphabet in COVID-19, the media's language, the scientific terminology used to explain it all away, the lunar calendar phases connected to lockdowns. It's just undeniable. It cannot be denied. I've come this far now, I may as well keep going.